HCGChica. I came on today to talk about a topic that many people wonder about, and that is how quickly can you get to a normal weight with the HCG diet? You know, how many rounds does it take to get the bulk of the weight off? The reason that this question comes up is because people sometimes see people like myself and others who do 5, 6, 7 rounds of HCG, and it kind of makes them wonder two things. It makes them wonder, first of all, does it actually take that many rounds to look normal? You know, that makes it seem like it will take a long time to lose very much weight. And then the other thing that comes up when people see this is they wonder, do I have to perpetually be on HCG in order to stay small? Because that's the other thing that it can kind of look like when a person does, you know, quite a few rounds. So I want to just talk about that today to kind of clarify things and clear the air. So first of all, in a nutshell, I want to tell you, you can get off a significant amount of weight in a very short period of time. So I guess I would say I was about 50 pounds overweight to start with. Obviously, how long it takes you will depend. You know, if you're 100 pounds overweight, it's going to take you a little longer. But in just 2 rounds of HCG, I looked what you might say normal. I started at 172 pounds. I did 2 rounds and I ended at 129 pounds. I'm just over 5 feet tall. I was about a size 6 when I finished. So for all general purposes, you could say that I could have stopped there and I looked normal. You know, I had lost 43 pounds and just those 2 rounds. So I was only on HCG for about 11 weeks total. Keep in mind it was separated into the 2 rounds, but I was actually only on a diet for 11 weeks total. And in that time I went from being very overweight, size 16, 18, to a size 6 at 129 pounds. So I started in February and by July I was 129 pounds, and that includes a whole 9-week period where I was not on the diet, but I was on, you know, P3, stabilizing, eating, you know, a healthy normal amount of calories. So just if that helps give you an idea, I'm going to show you a picture of what I looked like at the end of round 2 and what I accomplished in 2 rounds. I'll show that to you now. So as you can see from the photo, I look normal, right? So I accomplished that in 2 rounds. If you are 100 pounds overweight, it's going to take you longer than that, although I wouldn't say it's going to take you twice as long because, you know, the more overweight you are at the beginning, especially that first round, you're going to have the weight come off more quickly. And then as you get smaller, you know, the weight doesn't come off quite as quickly. So for 100 pounds overweight, you don't necessarily have to double the length of time, but probably in 3 rounds, you'll get quite a bit done, you know? So the question is then, why did I do more rounds after round 2? And why do other people do more rounds? There's 2 reasons for this that I see. 2 reasons. One is that I'm not perfect, and neither is anyone else. And for anyone who's doing a big change in their life where they're making a life change in their eating habits, and they've, you know, the reason they got overweight in the first place is overeating, emotional issues, health issues, all kinds of reasons. When you go through that journey, and it is a journey, it's not usually done perfectly, and I'm no exception here. So basically, at the end of round 2, I looked pretty good, right? But right after that, I just totally wigged out. My health was not doing good at that point, and I just started eating everything and anything that was full of sugar, and I just ate my way right back up to 145 pounds or so. So basically I failed my round 2 because I regained the weight that I lost from that round. So, and I'm not the only person who's done this, and this will happen with any diet. A lot of people backtrack at times. That's just kind of part of life. And, you know, in my mind, the point is that you get to your goal. It doesn't matter how long it takes or the slip-ups that happen along the way. They're bound to happen. The point is not to give up, though, and to try again. So, for a lot of people, the rounds of HCG that they need to do, or the time of, you know, the length of time that it takes, partially has to do with screwing up. So there will be times that, you know, you might screw up on the diet, and you know, you just gotta let it go and just move forward. As you can see, for me, I'm in a great place now, despite having that round that I had to redo. So that's one reason. The second reason that people do more than the minimum amount of rounds they need to look normal is that once you start the HCG diet, you quickly realize that you can have a better body than you were willing to settle for. When I first started the diet, being that I was, you know, almost a size 18, I thought to myself, I will be so happy just to get to like a size 8, 130 pounds. That will be so awesome. And you know, for someone of my height who's just over 5 feet, I've been a size 2 for a large part of my life before I got overweight. Short people are usually fairly light. We usually end up being between 110, 120 pounds max. So I was setting my goals low, you know. I thought I'll be happy. Size 8, 130, that would just be so exciting. So you know, and that's what a lot of people do, because, you know, usually on any other diet or any other fitness journey, it takes a lot of time and energy to lose weight. It's very difficult. But when you do the HCG diet, you start realizing how effective it really is. And I firmly believe this. That's why HCG is the only diet that I will ever use to lose fat with, because it's just so effective. It's quick, it's effective. You don't lose a bunch of muscle while losing the fat, and the fat comes off more quickly than any other diet. So basically what it comes down to is that you find yourself changing your goals once you realize what you can actually accomplish. And that's basically what happened with me, and that's what happens with a lot of other people as well. Once we realize that we can really get a really great body or good fitness through this diet, we decide to pursue it further. So as an example of that, I want to show you guys what I look like. That same picture of me at the end of round 2, I was about 129 pounds, like I said, in a size 6. The picture I'm going to show you now that's compared to that is a picture of me today. I literally took the picture today, and I'm 127.5 pounds today, but I'm anywhere between 127 and 129 on any given day. So basically, I'm about the same exact weight in the 2 photos that I'm going to show you. But today I wear a size 2 jeans. I wear anywhere between a size 2 and a size 4. And my body fat percent is like 19%, whereas the photo of me at 129 pounds after round 2, I'm actually like 29% body fat, so like 10% higher, which basically means that I had a lot more fat on my body and a lot less muscle compared to now, even though I'm the same weight. So I'm going to show that picture to you now. Okay, so when you look at that photo, you know, I probably don't look that much different to you guys, and that may be true. But the point is that my body composition, my fitness level is completely different in the second photo from the first photo. Basically what I did was I did CrossFit all this past year, which is a heavy weightlifting, high intensity interval training class, and I did 2 more rounds of HCG to get more fat off. So basically I'm like kind of taking fat off with HCG and adding muscle with CrossFit. So these last 2 rounds of HCG that I've done, I wouldn't say that they are like necessary in order to look normal, because I looked normal in that first photo. But basically the last 2 rounds have been about just tweaking and fine-tuning my body and getting myself to a point where I'm not just looking normal, but I am actually very fit, and I can do a lot of things. In the first photo at 129 pounds, I couldn't do one single push-up, even on my knees, okay? Even the girl way, I couldn't even do one push-up. I could barely squat. I did the training for CrossFit, and when I did just regular squats with no weight or anything, I was so sore just from the training for days that I had to delay the next training because I could barely walk. I was so sore. Now, where I'm at now with my fitness level, I can do 10, push-ups the real way, not on my knees, 10 of those in a row. I can do all kinds of stuff with squats with heavy weights. I have the barbell and the weights on it, and I can do quite a bit of weight, and I don't get sore like I used to. So just as an example to show that my fitness level is completely different, and those last 2 rounds of HCG that I've done, round 4 and round 5, played a big role in getting my body to this point. So anyway, I hope that kind of helps you guys figure out just your own timeline. I think the biggest thing people want to be reassured of is that they can get off the bulk of their weight in a short amount of time. And that is totally true. You really can. If you can be, emotionally and mentally strong enough not to cheat or screw up a round like I did and many others have, then more power to you. You'll get to your goal quickly and stay there. But you know what? Even if you screw up one round or a few days or whatever the case may be, don't let that worry you too much, because you know what, it happens to almost all of us. And the point is I have never been this fit in my entire life. In high school I was thin and I was fit. I wore like a size 0. I was like 102 pounds and I was really strong. I mean, I hiked 24 miles in one day back in high school with some guy friends. It's actually by Half Dome. It's a mountain called Cloud's Rest. It's even higher than Half Dome. So I did that, I was really fit. But I can honestly say today, even though I weigh like almost 30 pounds more, I'm still like a size 2'4", and I'm super, super strong. And what that does is it just really gives me a lot of freedom to do physical activities that I enjoy. And that's not something that you have to do. You don't have to take it that far. It's just something that I chose to do because I really like to be active. It's just in my nature. I grew up hiking and biking with my dad and playing sports, and it's just what I like to do. So anyway, I just want to encourage you guys that you can lose the bulk of your weight quickly. And then if you choose to fine-tune and tweak and get your body even more ideal, you can totally use HCG to do that. But I would also encourage you that if you choose to pursue this a little further, like I have, to incorporate a fitness routine. HCG is about getting fat off, but HCG will not help you get stronger or build your muscles or anything like that. So I really encourage you to find something, whether it's CrossFit or boot camp or just hiking or whatever the case may be, because that will give you that strength and give you the motivation to continue having a healthy lifestyle. CrossFit has been indispensable for me to continue being healthy once I'm off HCG. I go 3 to 4 times a week just for an hour each time, but it really keeps me motivated and keeps me feeling good about my body so that I don't return to any previous old habits that I had. So anyway, I hope you guys find that helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!